I hope you are fine. I'm Mr. Kajiru, and today we are going to learn about English language, class 3. You're welcome. The main competence of today is about comparison, whereby our specific competence is comparative. In comparative, an adjective is used to compare two things, two persons, or we can say an adjective is used to compare two persons or two things. Let me write this. In comparative, an adjective is used to compare two persons or things. So, in comparative, an adjective is used to compare two persons or things, things. Now, we have seen here an adjective is used to compare two things. Let me write first adjectives here that we see how to form a comparative through the adjectives. Let me use this. We have fat. We can use fat as an adjective. We can use thin as an adjective. Tall. We can use short. We can use big and small. The words I've written there, they are called adjectives. And we are going to form comparative by using these adjectives. Comparative. An adjective fat, we can get comparative we always form comparative by adding er. Most of the adjectives form their comparative by adding er. Let us see now how to add er. Fat becomes fatter. Fat becomes fatter. Thin. When we form it into comparative, becomes thinner. Thinner. And adjective tall. When we form it into comparative, becomes taller. Short becomes shorter. Big becomes bigger. Small becomes smaller. I think you have understood concerning adjectives being formed to comparative. Fuse, yeah. Now, we are going now to see how to compare. We have said an adjective is used to compare only two persons or please, I would like to insist on this. In comparative, we are dealing with comparing only two persons or two things. Now, let us see now, how can we make a sentence by using these adjectives mentioned here? I would like to use diagrams. You know, sometimes diagrams makes a lesson become easier. For example, let me start here with persons. I'm going to have a diagram in A, and we are going to have a diagram also in B. A diagram in A. And here we have a diagram in B. I'm just using stick pictures because they are simple to be drawn. As you can see to these two pictures here, we have a picture in letter A and another picture in letter B. Now, I think then you can start comparing yourselves. You can see the way it's going to be simple to compare between the picture in A and that of B. The boy in A is taller than the boy in B. I have used an adjective tall. The boy in A is taller than the boy in B. So let us write this. The boy in letter A is taller than the boy in letter B. Excuse me. Letter B. Okay. We have already compared here. An adjective tall has been used here in our sentence. But I say that an adjective tall, when it is formed into comparative, becomes taller. So you can see here, the boy in letter A is taller than the boy in letter B. So there is something very important here to note, which has been added here. So we have to add ER to the adjective, but there is a very important word to be used, especially in comparative. The word than. Than. This must go hand in hand with ER, especially in comparative. Bigger than, fatter than, smaller than, longer than, stronger than. So don't forget this word here. Very important to be used. You must note this one. ER than. Very important to be used in comparative. Failure to do so, it means it is not correct. So we are going to see with the boy in letter B. I can say the boy in letter B is shorter than, don't forget this word, than, shorter than the boy in letter A. So the boy in letter B is shorter than the boy in letter A. I think you have started getting me. You have started getting me on how to compare. The boy in letter A is taller than the boy in letter B. But also, the boy in letter B is shorter than the boy in letter A. Let me add another example concerning comparative. I'm keeping on using diagrams because it will make you understand we have also the boy in letter A and the boy in letter B. Can you try to start those pictures there? The boy in letter A and the boy in letter B. Let us start now comparing. The boy, let us start with the boy in letter A. The boy in letter A is fatter than the boy in letter B. And it is true because the way you can see, the boy in letter A is really fatter than the boy in letter B. But also, the boy in letter B is thinner than the boy in letter A. The boy in letter B is thinner than the boy in letter A. The boy in letter B is thinner than the boy in letter A. I believe you have started getting me as I'm proceeding with the last example. The last diagram this, let me give you here letter A and here letter B. There also, we are having a picture in letter A and a picture in letter B. A cow in letter A is bigger than a cow in letter B. But also, a cow in letter B is smaller than a cow in letter A. Let us write on this. a cow in letter A is bigger than a cow in letter B. A cow in letter A is bigger than a cow in letter B, but also a cow in letter B is smaller excuse me, a cow in letter B is smaller than a cow in letter A. A cow in letter B is smaller than a cow in letter A. Let me cancel this because the space was not enough. So, a cow in letter B is smaller than a cow in letter A. I think you have seen how to compare, but mind that in comparative, we are comparing two things, two persons. An adjective must be used in comparing two things, two persons. Now, let me give you an exercise whereby you should go and use some of these adjectives here to make your own sentences in comparative. Comparative. Okay, let me give now the adjectives. We have use fat, number one. Number two, you go and use big. Number three, hot. Number four, fast. Number five, cold. Number six, small. think it is very simple. Fat, use it to make your sentences big, hot, fast, cold, small. Thank you for listening. I would like to remind you in taking precaution on this dangerous virus known as COVID-19. Take precaution, be careful. Thank you very much. We shall meet the next lesson.